Hello, everyone listening in on Blaze Radio and tuning in on YouTube. My name is Noah Reed alongside Alan Deutschendorf. We are here at Desert Financial Arena. The volleyball game here is about to get set and rolling. Are you excited for today's game?
I am very excited for this game, Noah. It is going to be an electric atmosphere here on Black Friday. A big crowd relative for the holiday weekend, and very exciting here for Senior Day. There are seven athletes graduating for the Sun Devils, a couple getting their masters as well. So it's going to be a very good atmosphere. It's going to be I would like to say, a good game, and the Sun Devils are here celebrating Senior Day.
Yeah, it is Senior Day. Normally we get Senior Night, but hey, they've shut the lights out here in Desert Financial Arena. The crowd is on their feet. They are waving lights back and forth. The seniors have already been honored. It was a little bit of emotion. You could feel it up, even from up here, up atop the rise that we are on. The fans are excited. They're ready to go. University of Central Florida, they've came in force. They're ready to go. The Arizona State Sun Devils. This is a big matchup. It is the final regular season game of the season, and the Arizona State Sun Devils have already locked up a spot in the Big 12 championship game. They clinched it with a loss last, I believe it was Wednesday?
Yes,
Kansas
Wednesday,
against
yeah.
BYU. Big thing, shook up how this is going to all turn out today. So now the team can rest easy as they get ready to go into the postseason push. What are your thoughts on Sun Devils' postseason outlook as they get ready to enter the NCAA?
Yeah, well, right now they are the number 8 team, which would put them as a 2 seed in the tournament, and that is very exciting for the Sun Devils. Possibility of hosting the first 2 weekends, and of course they have to win here in order to do that. Otherwise, Purdue is right on their tails. Purdue beat ranked Oregon team this week, and so they're looking good. ASU had just passed them up over the weekend in the newest poll. So they're trying to take care of business here today, solidify a 1-loss Big 12 championship, and that would be very good for the Sun Devils, who have never won a conference title before. Never managed to do it in the Pac-12. A couple good seasons. First year, last year, of course, was very good, but couldn't quite get it done with how many good teams there were in the Pac-12, and, well, that is gone. We may long for the good old days of the Pac-12. We're here with the Big 12, and Arizona State Volleyball is loving the Big 12.
Yeah, they are on a 16-game winning streak. They're currently undefeated at home, and that is split not only here at Desert Financial Arena, but also down the road at Mullet Arena. They've got 16 total Big 12 wins. It's the most for ASU in any conference they've played in. And you touched on some of the historical teams that ASU has seen. They are on track to potentially tie ASU's best volleyball performance. That was all the way back in 1982. They had a total of 31 wins that season. We'll see if ASU can knock one more win in the column before getting ready to enter the postseason. Players are on the court. The crowd is electric. Band is rolling. It's almost time for Sun Devil UCF showdown here at Desert Financial Arena. It's go time.
It is go time. You see a lot of those seniors and graduates that the fans were just celebrating here Senior Day, all on the court. I mean, you've got Argentina Ung, the setter, came in from Washington State and has absolutely been fantastic for the Sun Devils. Sped up her tempo and has done amazing things. You have Mary Schroll, libero, just got drafted. We'll touch on that later. Professional Volleyball Federation. Amazing things here all around, and we're here to get started. The Golden Knights, however, they start off hot. They took 2 sets at home off of Utah, who was a ranked team. They took 1 set off of Arizona, who has a chance to make the tournament. They have struggled to finish games, but they start out strong, and with everything that's been going on, we might see a strong push to start off, and it's Argentina Ung to serve for the Sun Devils.
Up in the air, UCF is going to send it back over the net. We'll see what happens here.
Claire Jeter, why not get it started for the Sun Devils? And she's been amazing for the Sun Devils so far. Claire Jeter puts the Sun Devils on the board first. Ung will be back to serve again.
And you touched on UCF Knights not having a strong run this season. They're currently on a 2-game losing streak. They're 3-10 on the road. They got to look to find some magic here in Desert Financial Arena. Ball is back up in the air. UCF is going to send it over, and that is going to be the number 4 outside hitter, Shania Cromartie, with the kill. ASU is up 2-0 over UCF. Now it's back in the hands of Argentina Ung for the serve. and it is up and over.
Jeter there gets the deflection off the hit, and they're going to set it to the outside, and it goes up and out for Emily Wilson, trying to get some points on the board there for the Golden Knights. Could not get it done, and Ung will go back for her 4th serve.
Yeah, Ung has some pretty incredible numbers here. Started the game off 115 kills this season, 56 blocks, but the standout stat, second on the team in digs with 269. Absolutely incredible numbers as it is back up and over.
And tipped out of bounds. Off the hands of Roberta Rebello, one of those graduate students here who is their last home game. She hasn't started a lot, but she's starting here, and now it will be UCF Chloe Shear, the libero, back to serve for the Golden Knights.
First time they've been on the board today. We'll see how the Sun Devils respond here.
And Rebello, why not? Give another one to the graduate there. 2 now. Has the tip off the block, but now gets the kill. And it will be Jillian Neal back to serve for the Sun Devils to keep the game rolling.
Yeah, and one thing I just wanted to say on Rebello is a quote from head coach J.J. Van Neal. He had this to say. He said, she's an awesome young woman and was a starter last year, but she comes in and she gets beat out. But even when she isn't playing, she's the most engaged player. And that is something you just love to see as we have another change in the points. Now it is 4-2, Sun Devils up over the Knights.
Yeah, Jillian Neal just hit her serve out of bounds, but Rebello, that is the exact person you want on your team, is a person that is able to fit in wherever, and even if you're not starting, have that energy. As we see Caitlin Grimes to serve for the Golden Knights, and back to Rebello, who gets the kill again off the hands of Shear. Couldn't quite get around to it.
Man, Rebello is already starting off on a fiery tear here just in the first set. 5-2, Sun Devils up right now.
And it will be Claire Jeter, the middle, to serve. And it is shanked by the Golden Knights. Grimes couldn't get around it, and an ace for Jeter.
Grimes gave it everything right there, but it just wasn't quite in the right position as we go back to a Sun Devil serve.
Serve for Jeter, back to Grimes. Out of system there for the back row, and it is Ava Armour, the sophomore, with the kill.
Yeah, Ava Armour currently leads the UCF Knight with 270 kills coming into the weekend. Played for Rampart High School, league champion and 3rd place finish at state. She also led Colorado Division 5A in kills. She has been a tough player. Keep an eye on her for the rest of this game.
And Coljeed, there we go. There's the other middle getting involved, Savannah Coljeed with the kill.
Emily Wilson could not respond right there. The outside hitter, the senior from Estero, Florida.
Yeah, now we've got Rebello in the back row trying to get some serves. Already has 2 kills on the day.
Rebello's got 6 aces on the season. We'll see what she can add right here.
Wilson dug out to Ava Armour.
Armour right there. Good kill for the UCF Knights. Going to bring this game up to 7 Sun Devils, 4 Knights. We are still in set number 1 here, putting the ball in the hands of number 15, Alexia Cool, the player out of St. John's, Florida.
Yeah, she really brings firepower to the Golden Knights. She puts this one up to Sear. Brings it to the outside, and Sear with the kill. It was actually not Sear that dug that. It was Zateka, but that's all right. Stella Zateka, the junior libero, playing DS this year, or this game. Now Sear's back to serve, and puts that one in the net. Point, Golden Knights.
That'll be the second serving error, for the Sun Devils in this game, and we are at 8-5. Puts it in the hands of the UCF Knights here for the serve.
Abby Chalmers with the serve here. Up, and that one's too long. Another back-to-back serving errors here. And it will be Mary Schroll looking to steady the ship.
Chalmers has had a stout season this far. Sophomore, the redshirt sophomore from Omaha, Nebraska, she's leading the team with a insane number of assists, 924 as a 3rd consecutive serving error here. This time it's the Sun Devils as we're going to go 9-6 here in the set.
Yeah, Ava Armour back to serve. Sun Devils, J.J. Van Neal likes to serve aggressive, and sometimes it works out. Right now, I think they just got to slow the pace down and get some points. So that one goes in. Outside to Cromartie off the block. out of system here.
UCF is going to hang on to control right there. It is just a little bit of a tap. Still up in the air. What can they do with it?
Dug by Sear. Ung puts it over. Back to the right side, and another dig by Sear. Carlson could have put it down. Off the block to Cromartie once again. Rolls it over for the Golden Knights.
An incredible rally right near has DFA on their feet. Cromartie again tries to take it, can't quite make it happen. Now it's back on the UCF side of the court.
And Carlson finally puts it off the block for the Golden Knights to get the point.
Closing in. This is the closest we've seen the Knights get, 9-7 thus far here in set number 1 at Desert Financial Arena. 8 ranked, Sun Devils are still currently leading as another serving error for the UCF Knights.
Yeah, that's a lot of missed serves here early. Ung doesn't miss a lot, though. She'll try to get this in. Argentina Ung plays for the Mexican national team. Does a great job there. Will likely head back to Mexico to play professionally somewhere. She's been very talented for this Sun Devil team. As she puts the serve in, and it goes off of Jeter. That's a kill for Emily Wilson.
That is going to be another add to the notch. Entered the weekend with 223 kills and was not actually leading in the stat category for UCF. She actually falls behind outside hitter Alexia Kuhl with 226 and Ava Armour with 270 kills. So third on the team, close enough to get second. We'll see what can happen here as the serve is good for UCF.
And it's going back to Rebello, who puts it wide. Couldn't quite connect there.
Score is 10 Sun Devils, 9 for the UCF Knights here in set number 1. Back in the hands of Chloe Shear. We'll see what she can do so far. Her aces have been a standout, 26 already in 2024. But that time, Sun Devils respond.
And Cromartie's going to tip it over for the Golden Knights and give Emily Wilson a chance to put it down, and she does.
Another kill for Emily Wilson is going to tie this game up for the first time. 10 apiece, Sun Devils and UCF Knights here as the ball back in the hands of Shear. Up and over.
And Rebello's going to get blocked. Schroll with the dig there. Sear back to Rebello. Puts this one over and just too high. He's looking for a touch. Cannot get to it.
Mary Schroll, that was on the response there. Couldn't quite get within the borders. And it's going to be the Knights on top for the first time in the game. 11-10 over the Arizona State Sun Devils here. Back to Shear for the serve.
This one, almost went wide. Cromartie decided to play it, and Wilson touched the net on the over swing. Tried to get an easy point there. Couldn't keep it under control.
Game is, from my vantage point, as someone who is not as familiar with hockey as you are, you've obviously played in this sport. You know the ins and the outs. We're seeing a lot of tactical errors. 5 serving errors already across the board for both teams as the ball is up and over, this time off of number 14, Jillian Neal from the serve for the Sun Devils. Not able to respond. That one was intended to be recovered by Mary Schroll, and she was not able to get it back up over the net. UCF 12, Arizona State 11.
Yeah, this is very much a mental sport. There's a lot of technical things that you can do, but you get in your head, you get one error. The best thing you can do is try to put the ball in play next. And that's what UCF has been doing. Gets this one in. And it will be Jeter. Dug by the Knights to the outside. Wilson tips it over. Stretching out for the dig. And Rebello puts that one in.
Man, Rebello is having a phenomenal night here in front of a packed house here at Desert Financial Arena. Has her family here. And again, she has not started all season long. She starts today, and she is showing exactly why the Arizona State Sun Devils have an incredible team. It's not just because of their starting lineup. It is because of the depth in this team.
Yeah, that's right. As we get another serve here, this time by Bella Faria, another player who hasn't seen much playing time. This one goes back row and out. Cannot connect is Ava Armour, I believe.
Yes, Ava Armour just out of bounds right there. Now we're going to send it back over to the Sun Devils to number 1. That is Bella Faria out of Springfield, Missouri, 5'9" freshman, sends it over the net. UCF returns, set up and down. ASU's with the dig on Cromartie.
Wilson, wow. Another overswing there. That time stayed out of the net, absolutely. Pounded it down. No chance there for Sun Devils.
We are back tied up 13 apiece for the Arizona State Sun Devils and the UCF Knights. Now the ball is back in the hands of the Knights again. They're 2-14 in this conference. They have a .125 percentage of winning in the Big 12. It's been tough, but they're putting on a fight right now as the ball is barely up, but not quite. The Sun Devils are going to get the point as UCF struggles to get the dig.
Yeah, Sear has been fantastic. She got the kill there, and it was just, I mean, just kind of a little spray out, trying to get the ball back over. Couldn't quite get the angle on it. So Sear there. I don't think she gets credited with the kill there because it got 3 touches, but a great swing nonetheless.
Serves going over now. That's Bryn Cavell, the redshirt freshman from Raleigh, North Carolina. Has a year at Texas A&M. Unfortunately, that one is going to go back right over for the Sun Devils, up 15-13 over the Knights, and we're going to get the first timeout of the game called by the UCF Knights here at DFA. All right, we've seen now 15 points for the Sun Devils, 13 for the UCF Knights. It's been a back-and-forth contest.
Yeah.
What are you seeing so far?
I mean, UCF is starting off hot like they do in a lot of games. They've had a lot of first-set wins this season, and they do that just coming off strong and kind of taking their opponent by surprise. You see UCF and their struggles in the win and loss column, but their sets have started strong, and they've started strong again in this one. Sun Devils managing to keep control of the score, but very close here as the tied up at 11. A little bit of a lead developed here for the Sun Devils now, and a lot of rotated players. Trying to keep players healthy for the tournament is what it looks like for the Sun Devils. Bella Faria hasn't played much. Stella Zateca hasn't played a lot this season and came in, and Rebello's starting for senior day. She's done a fantastic job of stepping up, though, and I feel like that's part of the reason that the Sun Devils have managed to keep the lead here so far.
And then you've mentioned, obviously, again, it is his senior day here for the Arizona State Sun Devils. One player we did want to give a shout out is, of course, Cromartie, who's already had a pretty impressive day thus far. Again, that's Shania Cromartie, and she just had this to say about her senior season. She said, everyone's excited to help you and excited to help you become the best version of yourself. It's just super special to me, and that was referencing her journey from the player that she was when she got here to ASU to now where she is. And this is coming from a player who is only in her second year at ASU after transferring from Mississippi State. She played every match there as a freshman and sophomore, but was primarily a defensive specialist in 23, but also saw time as an outside hitter, and that's kind of where she got going as we are back here with the game. Yeah. This time it's the UCF Knights who are going to respond after the timeout. 14, now 15 on the board for the Sun Devils, so 15 Sun Devils, 14 Knights. Ball is in the hands of the Knights.
Alexei Cool back to serve. Going over Cromartie with a good pass there. Over to Coljeed. Could not quite get it. Ung put a little too much on that slide. They've been working on that all season, and that one just went wary. Shout out to the Sun Devil football team who plays in Tucson tomorrow, but has shown up and shown out today for their fellow athletes. Cool back to serve again. Schroll digs it this time. Going back to Coljeed on the slide, and she puts this one down.
And the number 11, Cats Caitlin Grimes slid. She gave it everything she had to try and get the dig there, but was not able to get it. Now we're going to be up 16. Sun Devils 16 to the 15 for the Knights here as we continue to see more and more people file in here to DFA. Serve is good. Set and slam down, but not able to go. The good block from ASU.
Yeah, Armour there with a second chance. Coljeed's going to tip that one down and just puts it right into the donut. That's what you call right in the middle of the field there, and just nice and easy for Coljeed. Second straight kill, and Gier will be back to serve again.
17 to 15. Arizona State is up at the moment. Serve is going up and over as we speak. Tips the net right there. We'll see what UCF can do.
And that one from Armour is blocked by Coljeed. Having herself a day right now. 3 straight points for Coljeed. And the Sun Devils have taken a 3-point lead here in the first.
Coljeed, she's got the best hitting percentage on the team, but she's also got the best blocks. 105 entering today. Just been stout as we get another timeout on the court.
Yeah, it looks like Golden Knights have decided to take their second timeout. Feel Coljeet's presence right now after the error has just been absolutely, just going crazy. 3 straight kills, 1 to the corner, 1 to the middle, and then roofing Ava Armour.
Well, and Cole, he had this to say earlier in the week. I want to become someone that the freshmen can look up to and say, that's how I want to treat people. And that's how I want to carry myself and play. And I'd say that she has done that both on and off the court. Her teammates talk about her with nothing but respect. And she is just having, like you said, a phenomenal night with 3 kills. That's going to put the Knights in a hole, forcing them to call their second timeout of the first set with the Sun Devils up 18-15 over the University of Central Florida Knights. And again, I want to thank you all for listening in live on Blaze Radio, as well as all of our listeners today on YouTube. Hope you are enjoying the coverage of today's event from Desert Financial Arena here in Tempe, Arizona. The final home game of the regular season. A little bit bittersweet. I've actually only been to a couple of games at Mullet. First time inside of DFA, and the energy is just incredible here. They've had some great games with record attendance nearly this season. And so it's just awesome to see that what this program has become as far as seeing what kind of sports energy and atmosphere that Arizona State University can bring as the players get ready to take back to the court.
Yeah, the dual stadium is very interesting. Mullet kind of gets you closer to the action, very well in there with the hockey stadium atmosphere, and it's very much compact, only 5,000 seats. Desert Financial, being a basketball stadium, has a lot more, and it has really shown with the lower bowl being, I would say, 80% full today on a holiday. And there's an ace for Sear, puts that one over, and Armour cannot connect, and it flies off her arms and out of bounds to keep the Sun Devils' momentum as Sear goes back once again to serve.
Sear already with over 27 aces this season, back to the serve, up and over. Here we go. We'll see what the UCF Knights have to respond. And it's a second ace for Sear.
A little tricky there with the little float serve right at the 10-foot line. And a bit of confusion there between the Golden Knights players. Cannot get it done. And it looks like now the Golden Knights will take their second timeout. So third timeout of the game. And this one will be, I believe, the Golden Knights last. I thought they had taken the second one. It must have been the Sun Devils, but just absolutely amazing here from the Sun Devils, being tied at 11 to now up 20-15, really taking that momentum.
Yeah, the momentum shift, and you can feel it in the crowd. Things were tense when the Sun Devils were tied up. It's, early on we saw a lot of serving errors. We saw a lot of almost miscues from the team. Now that they seem to have found their rhythm, they have pulled away by 5 points over the Knights as we've got 45 seconds left on this timeout clock. The band is going. Fans are in the stands. Merch is out. Popcorn's up. People are having a great time here. You mentioned it's a holiday weekend. That's another thing you love to see. Thanksgiving was yesterday. A lot of people going out to spend time with their families, visit loved ones. But people have also showed up in force today to celebrate the Arizona State Sun Devil volleyball program and this historic season. Again, if you're just joining us, the Arizona State Sun Devils are 16-1 in the conference this year. They have a .941 Big 12 winning percentage, the best in the conference. 28-2 overall. They're tracking for their best statistical season wins percentage-wise since 1982. One more win today would put them that much closer as the players have got back on the court. The ball is back in the hands of Sear. Will it be 3 aces in a row? We are about to find out.
This one's up, and it is not an ace, and it goes outside. Oh, to the right side there, and it is dug by Covell. Schroll cannot quite get to it, and that'll be a kill for, I believe that is Abby Schomers.
Abby Schomers again showing up. She's only had 43 kills on the season, but has really picked up a few this late into the first set as she goes now to serve as well.
Yeah, that's one to Schroll, and Ung puts it over, and Ung gets a kill. Another setter with a kill there. And she's shown that she can be aggressive at the net over the course of this season.
That's going to bring things back into the hands of the libero, Mary Schroe. She'll take over for the serve. We'll see if she can add another ace to her total this season. That one is not going to be good. It is set and over, UCF, but a nice little dig there for the Sun Devils. Cromartie now taking it downtown, but the UCF is going to return it.
Wow, great dig there by Schroll as Cromartie tips it up over the block, and it's going back outside to Armour, who can't put it down, going to Sear. Goes over the net, and that time Armour. Great defense here by Sear, keeping it alive, and Cromartie, gets absolutely roofed by the Golden Knights, and that is number 3, Sasha Cohen, the redshirt freshman.
She leads the team in blocks this season, or excuse me, sorry. She does not lead the team. That was her 16th block or 17th block. I'll have to double check my stats on there, but that was a solid looking block as possession now in the hands of UCF Knights. 21-17, Sun Devils on top at the moment. That one was out. So that's gonna be a point for the Sun Devils, 22-17. We'll take back over. It's gonna be the number 12, setter Argentina Ung, back to serve.
Ung serves going up and over to the right side here for the Golden Knights. It looked like there was a hand on it, not gonna get called. Point goes to the Sun Devils, and Britt Carlson cannot quite get enough to keep that in bounds. Argentina Ung will be back again. Looks like she's gonna go to zone 1 here, which is on the left side. No, she goes to the right, and it's gonna be Carlson again. Blocked by Jeter, and goes to the outside there. Tipped down by Jeter. Wilson's gonna get the kill though, and point goes to the Golden Knights.
23-18 the score at the present time. UCF serve is over, and it is out. Another serving error for the Knights. That's going to put us at match point. set point, not match point, forgive me. For the number 8 ranked Sun Devils, 24-18 over the Knights.
And Jillian Neal back to serve, coming in for Shania Cromartie. Looking to close things out here in the first. Serves up. Dug by the Golden Knights to the middle, and that is Alexia Kuhl with the kill.
Alexia Kuhl with a powerful kill. That's only her first of the game, but she is the team leader in kills with 226. That her 227th possession back in the hands of the Knights now.
Yeah, she's been amazing for the Golden Knights with a .397 hitting percentage, leading the team as well. As this one's going to go up and off the arms of Cromartie. Outside to Sear, who puts it off the block and gets the kill for the Sun Devils. Set 1, ASU 25, Knights 15.
And that one came off the hands of Caitlin Grimes. Wasn't quite able to get it, and it went flying out nearly into the crowd there. And that is, again, like you said, going to end the first set here at Desert Financial Arena. And the crowd just got to their feet.
Yeah, some refreshments at the end of the first set will be great. I could use some popcorn. I'm a big popcorn guy myself. It looks like the football team is going to head out to Tucson for their big game tomorrow, looking to clinch their own Big 12 Conference Championship game. And it's great to see them out here to support the volleyball team. Big shout out to Cam Scatabo, the rest of the Sun Devil football team, trying to make things happen tomorrow against the Wildcats.
And just some notable stats we want to touch on right now. ASU is actually tied 3 apiece for leaders in kills. Jelly Sear with 3. You've also got Savannah Coheed with 3 and Roberta Abello with 3 as well. So again, Rebello, for not even starting this, primarily much of this season, is off to a fiery start, but the UCF Knights have had their own standout player. It's Emily Wilson with 5 kills this round. I mean, she has just had an incredible season, up to 228 on the season. That actually will slide her past her teammate Heidi Blond for second most kills in the program this season. And really quickly, just want to touch on the UCF Knights. I know it's been a down year for the program, not what they would have liked, but they have been so incredibly consistent the last few years. You've got to imagine it's just a rebuilding year. They are led by head coach Jenny Marr. Her alma mater was Washington University in St. Louis back in 1999. But since Marr joined the Knights, they posted five 20-win seasons, including a trip to the 2017 National Invitational Volleyball Championship, as well as the 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022 NCAA tournaments. 23 and 24, obviously not what they would have liked, but hey, there is clearly talent behind the coaching staff there.
Yeah.
They clearly have good players. Sometimes you just need to hit the reset button.
Yeah, I mean, Mauer's done a great job with this program. In the American, they were absolutely dominant, and making the transition to the Big 12 wasn't as easy for the Knights as it has been for the Sun Devils. But I mean, having to play University of Texas last season was absolutely instrumental. They were the national champions in 2023-2024 season. So definitely some adjustment here as you enter the Big 12, which is an amazing volleyball conference. 6 teams ranked, 7 teams probably going to get into the tournament if University of Arizona gets one of those spots as well. And just showing out and being able to compete, even if you can't get the wins yet, being able to compete in those sets. Took the first 2 off of Utah, who will be a tournament team. Took a set off of Arizona on the road, which will be a tournament team. And while they lost the first one, they certainly have battled and gotten their points. And this team has been looking good. I mean, Emily Wilson, like you said, Alexia Kuhl has been quiet today, but she has been fantastic for the team so far. And Ava Armour is just scary to go up against. She's very tall, she's very powerful, and I think that the Knights can find some of their groove here in the second set.
I think they're really going to need Chloe Shear to step up. The libero, also defensive specialist there for the Knights. She's leading the team in aces, but has yet to find one this game. We'll see what they can do here as set 2 is about to get underway. But again, I think one thing that the UCF Knights have shown in that first set is they have the ability to stay right neck and neck with the Sun Devils. If they can capture that pace that they had early on, they can be a severe threat to the Sun Devils here. As we get ready to go, serve is going over.
And Ung's going to get that one right to Jeter, who's going to keep the momentum going. Jeter with a powerful swing and just showing why she's one of the best middles in the country here. Currently leads, or is currently, I believe, leads the Big 12 and is 9th in the country in hitting percentage, .435 going into this game.
Abello now with the serve, and that one's going to be an error, so that's going to tie this game up at 1 apiece here in the second set.
Yeah, and it's going to go back to the Knights, who have number 21, Cam Shelton, who's DS today, back to serve.
She's had a couple of assists, a couple of aces this season. That one's going to be returned by Schroll, and a hard spike there. That's going to be beautiful, beautiful execution there for the Sun Devils.
Yeah, and there's Rebello again. I mean, continuing to show why, even though she hasn't been a starter for the majority of this season, she deserves a spot on this team, and this team has been very good. Jillian Neal is back to serve now for the Sun Devils.
Leading in aces. We'll see. That one's up and over.
And that one's going to Kuhl, who puts it across and down. Ung could not quite get to it. That was a very sharp swing there on the slide, and that just shows how good she has been for this Knights team so far, as Wilson goes back to serve now for the Knights.
Wilson again having a standout game thus far. 5 kills already. 2 errors, though. We'll see what she can do here. The serve is good, set, and that one's going to go to Abello, and man, that one was another just well-executed play. Yeah. 3-2 now for the Sun Devils over the Knights, and that is going to be her 5th kill of the game. 5th kill of the game for, again, a player who has not started much this season.
Yeah, Jeter's serve now over to Wilson from the back row. That one goes over, and Armour's going to try to put it down. Kuhl's going to try to put it down. And the Sun Devils will keep it, and Abello with the kill again.
Abello with her 6th kill of the game has all of this arena is on their feet. They are loving it, as now we're going to see a serve from Bryn Cavell.
Serve is going up, and it's in. Wilson with the dig there, over to Armour, who tries to put this one down, dug by Jeter, and Rebello's going to get the touch. Ung's going to set it to the outside here for Sear, who puts it down. Armour cannot quite get to it.
A little bit of a fake right there, and that one caught UCF off guard. We are going to go 5-2 for the Arizona State Sun Devils here in set number 2.
Yeah, Jeter's back to serve again.
Yeah, correction on that. That was not Cavell. That was Jeter on the serve last time round.
Back to Wilson, and Armour's going to try to put this one down. Gets it off the hands of Bello, and Knights are going to sign out here, 5-3. Sun Devils lead, and we'll see Cool back to serve now for the Knights.
5th kill of the day for Armour.
This one's up and dug by Sear, goes over. Nobody gets to it, and it's just going to be a mental error by the Knights. Point goes to the Sun Devils. It looked like a miscommunication there. It certainly looked like Cohen was going to go swing and just couldn't quite recover from that one. And now it'll be a Bello to serve, trying to get an ace. This is up and in. This one's going over. Kolji trying to play it off the block.
Schroll sets it up.
Sear's going to get a touch off the block there, and it's going to go to Wilson in the back row, who bounces it off of Cromartie's arms and into the stands for the kill.
6-2 now. The Knights closing in a little bit. We'll see if they can build that momentum. They have the pieces. I feel like they have the pieces to threaten the Sun Devils, but they can't quite get enough of momentum rolling here as the serve, this time off of number 1, Abby Schromers.
Yeah, Schromer's going to put that one just out, and the right side can't quite get it done. Back to the Sun Devils. Jelly Sear looking to get another kill, another ace. This one's up, and to Armour. Rolled over. Ung sets it to Koljit on the slide. Wilson gets there, but it's not in bounds. Point Sun Devils.
We're going to go 8-4 now here in set number 2. Like I said, UCF Knights, they have the firepower, but they can't quite get rolling here.
And there's going to be not quite an ace for Sear as it gets played. A free ball sent over by Wilson to Ung. Outside to Cromartie.
Oh,
and
just
off
a little
touch.
bit too much firepower there.
Yeah, it puts it wide, but it looked like there was a touch there. And they're going to give it to the Sun Devils. Off the hands of Sasha Cohen, it looked like. Back to Sear.
Score is 9-4 Sun Devils here. That one tips the net just slightly set up.
Oh, beautiful dig there. Schroll out to Cromartie. He's going to roll it over. Just keep it alive. This one's going outside again. And Schroll couldn't quite get there a second time. Carlson gets the kill there. And Schroll showing why she is such a fantastic libero and a key piece to this star Sun Devil team.
Carlson notches her first kill of the afternoon. 9-5 for the Sun Devils over the Knights at the moment. Serve is going up and over.
Armour puts that one in the net, and that is now the 6th missed serve for the Knights without an ace. And you just gotta wonder if they had made those serves, what position they'd be in. They're currently down 5 with Schroll back to serve.
Yeah, Schroll taking it over for the Sun Devils.
Armour puts that one in reach, and wow, amazing kill. Sasha Cohen puts that straight down. That looked like it was in front of the 10-foot line. That's just a perfect swing there as a middle, just absolutely getting the momentum back, and Shear will be back to serve.
Cohen, the Valor Christian graduate. They went 29-0 in high school, claiming a state championship. She's no slouch of a player. That one good for the UCF Knights, getting their momentum started rolling now. The snowball is building 10-7 for the Sun Devils over the Knights at the moment. Ball is now in the hands of the UCF Knights.
Yeah, Jeter trying to get the middle firepower back and got blocked by Cool. This one's going to go to Cromartie. Over the net, saved by Schroll. Nobody can get to it, though. Just went a little bit too far, a little bit too wide. And another point here for the Knights. This is about where they started to come back in the first set. See if they can keep the momentum going as the bench is trying to distract the Knights here.
Shear's serve is good.
Another overpass by, that looked like Zateka, who's doing some serve receive for the Sun Devils and just couldn't quite get it. Cool puts it down. Another point. Chance to tie the game here for Shear.
DFA is getting loud here. Set for Cromartie. Oh, and it is good. Cromartie with the kill, her third of the evening, or excuse me, the afternoon.
Afternoon, yeah. It's still only 3:30. It feels like prime time, though. The Sun Devils get the point, some momentum back here. Ung is going to try to get the serve in. She does to Wilson, who puts it and gets it right off the block. Abello tried to put her hands down so Ung could get the pass there, and it just glanced right off the fingertips there.
Wilson with her 7th kill, now her 8th, as the scoring does indeed update here. It's been a standout day for Wilson, who is getting ever closer to catching up to her teammate, Sofia Kosavolos, for leading in kills. That time is going to be another serving error. Can you believe this? This is going to be, I believe, what, their 7th or 8th error? 7th error now in only the second set. This has got to be frustrating if you're the UCF Knights.
Yeah, they've been hitting well too, hitting 500 this set. No errors yet for the Knights as this serve goes over, and it's a high set to Wilson, who's gonna get blocked, but it's out of bounds. It looked in from here, but it's hard to tell with that white line so far away.
Ran to a wall from Rawls and Carlson, but again, like you said, just went out. So we're gonna go 12-11. The Knights have closed the gap here. Serve is up and over off of Wilson.
Just roll to the outside to Sears, gonna try to put it up off the block, and it goes down. Wilson can't quite get to it, jumps up, tries to save it. Sears gonna get the kill, and Sun Devils hold on to their lead for just a little bit longer as we have Bella Faria back to serve.
Wilson gave it a valiant jump, and then you had Shelton going in late to try and dive for it. As we get ready for the serve for the Sun Devils here, Wilson recovers, set up, and oh!
Went for the dump there. Good read by Young to keep it up, and it's going to be dug by the Knights. Shear sets it outside to Wilson, who's going to put it long. Cromartie holds on to it, and Kolji's going to get dug. Sear manages to keep it up and puts it over for the kill.
That was an incredible few seconds of volleyball right there. The Knights were putting up a valiant fight. Ung, I feel like you have to give her credit for that entire point right there, because if she doesn't save that first one, doesn't allow the rest of it to go through. We are up here in Desert Financial Arena overlooking a packed house. Arizona State Sun Devils leading 14-11 over the University of Central Florida Knights.
Yeah, it looks like there's a wet spot on the floor for the Knights. They're trying to clean it up so they can have their proper grip on their feet, I guess. Yeah, Ung there as a setter knows exactly what's going to happen there and just manages to reach down at the last second. That's what the Sun Devils have been so great at this season, is just keeping the ball up, and showed great resilience there. And Sear, with that IQ, managing to just get a swing in and gets the kill. Now, Faria back to serve again. Wilson again. This one's going to go back to Wilson, who puts it just out. And point's going to go to the Sun Devils.
Sun Devils up 15-11. We're going to see the first timeout of the second set here. Man, Emily Wilson having a standout day, up to 9 kills here as we are about halfway through this game of volleyball, should it go to 3 sets.
Yeah, we are, and that's what the Sun Devils are going to try to do. Get in, get out, get business taken care of. And they certainly have done that so far, with Sear 9 kills in 7 attempts, hitting 780. Rebella with 6 kills. Koljied with 4, and Cromartie, Jeter, and Ung also getting on the board there. All of the Sun Devils' key players, all their starters are getting a good action in today. And we're going to keep that momentum going into the second set and into the third as the game continues.
Well, and one thing I actually wanted to point out about Jelly Sear is doing some research for this game prep was very fun, and I got to really dive into each of the seniors, and one had a really interesting stat, and that was Sear. Quote, I haven't lost a game in mullet. So we call it mullet magic. Yeah. It's just such a good energy in there, and the game especially was such a cool vibe. And I find it, again, really interesting to see that not only is the Sun Devils, undefeated in mullet this season, but you've also got Jelly Sear who is completely undefeated in mullet. We'll see if they can take some of that mullet magic and bring it with them here as they get ready to take back to the court. 15 for the Sun Devils, 11 for the Knights, as the crowd was loud there. They had the dance cam going. Sparky's in the house. The kids are on their feet. It is, again, packed house here. We cannot, restate that enough here in Desert Financial Arena.
Yeah, Farai's going to keep it going for the Sun Devils back to serve. And it looks like they're probably going to try to get to Armour here. Wilson's going to get a touch on it, but it's going to go out. And Farai with the kill there for the Sun Devils, or with the ace, excuse me. And score is now 16-11.
Up by 5 here in the second set, coming off that timeout. Serve is going to be going over.
And another one to Wilson. This one goes outside to Armour, who puts it down right in the middle and gets the point back. Armour with her 5th kill, I believe, of this match. And now it's going to be Alexia Cool, who's back to serve, trying to keep it cool for the Knights.
4 points the differential, 16-12 now for the Sun Devils. Here goes Cool's serve.
It's going to be off Cromartie. Schroll's going to set it to the outside to Sear. He's going to give it a little tip, and Cool can't connect. Point for the Devils.
17-12 the score as we get ready for another round of serves. This time it's going to be the standout today. Roberta Abello gets ready for her serve. Already having 6 kills this game. We'll see what she can do for the serve.
Yeah, this one's out to Armour, who puts it out of bounds. Abello knew that before anybody else. Gets the error there, and point goes to the Sun Devils. And it looks like the Sun Devils are going to start taking their momentum and pulling away now a 6-point lead as Abello goes back to serve again. This one's in. Wilson connects just enough.
Man. It was nearly out. Good idea for the UCF Knights, but man, a beautiful looking kill over the head for the Sun Devils to take a 19-12 lead. Wow.
Yeah, Argentina Ung is absolutely fantastic with those. You never know when she's going to do it. And just kind of getting up there in the front row, puts her right arm down, knocks it over with her left, gets the easy kill there. It's amazing every time you see it.
And forcing the second timeout here for the UCF Knights in the second set.
Yeah, I mean, you see so far this game, it is Sear and Abello who have been the leaders, but this outside combination of Jelly Sear and Shania Cromartie have been instrumental to the season. I mean, every person on the court has, but this dynamic duo of outside hitters, Sear, who has such a high volleyball IQ and can place it anywhere she wants, and Cromartie, who comes in with the power and can swing from the back row and just brings the second dynamic, and the other teams are constantly having to adjust to both hitters. It's really cool to see from both sides of just how well they're able to contrast each other yet work together so well.
Well, and one thing you touched on there was the hitting game.
Yeah.
But you've also got the digs. You've got Jelly Sear with almost 500 digs this season. You've got Mary Schroll with almost 300 this season. But you've also got Argentina Ung with 75. Ung has 269, and Mary Schroll has 485 here. And they've already outpaced the UCF Knights on digs, 21-11 in this game alone, and that has been a huge point of emphasis for the Sun Devils.
Yeah, as we get Abello back to serve again, this one's going to go high off the hands of the Knights, and Armour's going to try to put this one down just off the hands of Ung, and Sear cannot get to it. Point goes to the Knights.
She gave it a valiant slide there, 19-13 for the UCF Knights here.
Yeah, and it's going to be Abby Schomers back to serve for the Knights, trying to close the 6-point gap. Off the arms of Zateka, Schroll's going to put it to the outside to Sear, who swings down the line, saw the opening, hit the opening. Schomers couldn't get to it. Point to the Sun Devils.
That's going to be the 9th kill of the game for Jelly Sear. That's going to tie her with Wilson for leading in the game.
Oh, we got Sparky right in front of us. Look at him.
drawing the attention of the crowd now as the ball is over the net. It's going to be up and over. An attack by Schromer deflected by the Devils, and a good round of blocks. That's going to be 14 point for the Knights, 20 for the Sun Devils. Really good defensive play right there for the Knights.
Yeah, good block there. Zateka on the pass beforehand, just keeping Wilson from getting the kill, putting her body up there, giving the Sun Devils a chance, but the Knights responded with the block. And the serve goes over for Renee Rawls. First serve for her for the game.
Oh, and Cromartie with a phenomenal kill right there. It nipped the net just ever so slightly, ricocheted towards the far side, and UCF, nothing for them. 21-14 for the Sun Devils. Now the ball in the hands of Mary Schroll.
That's one of those hits you love to see as a hitter and you hate to see as a blocker. It just barely goes over. Jeter's going to put this one over, and it's going to go back to Ung now. Sear from the back row, dug by Armour. Schroll's going to get the dig on the free ball. Back to Cromartie, tips it up. Good dig there by Schumers. Emily Wilson couldn't quite get to it, though.
Second straight point right there for Cromartie. Going to put the Devils up 22-14 over the Knights.
Yeah, really pulling away in this second set, just like they did in the first. And Schroll's going to try to keep it going. That one a very straight shot serve up to Wilson. Cromartie with the dig back over the net to Wilson, who's going to get another chance at it. Tips this one up to Zateka. Ung's going to get the block. And one more attempt here, this time from Armour. Goes down and gets the kill. And the ESPN Plus announcer's over in the booth getting the catch there.
Yeah, Stromers gave her a beautiful set, and Armour just brought down the hammer there. Going to be 22-15 for the Sun Devils over the Knights here.
Yeah, Shear back to serve. This one's going up, and it's going in. Sear out wide. Schroll's going to put this one high. Cromartie with a late roll swing, and Shear's going to give this one over to Carlson, who puts it out of bounds.
23-15, closing in on set point here in DFA. The crowd is starting to get electric. You've got the bench for both teams. They are waving, they are hooting and hollering here as it is Abello with the serve.
The serve's going up and to Wilson, off the hands. I heard a whistle. Yeah, Jeter's going to be in the net. Or excuse me, I believe they called Abello in the net there. But either way, that point will go to the Knights, and it will be, I believe, Cam Shelton to serve.
23-16 here.
Serve is up. Sear gets a good hand on it, and Abello coming in from the middle. That one's just going to go over. It's going to have to be put over now. Schroll puts a free ball.
Wow.
Another miscommunication from the Knights.
That one was perfect for Armour on the free ball, like you mentioned, and she just almost took a sidestep. Looks like she almost lost her footing there. Wasn't quite able to find it. Set point here, 24-16 for the Arizona State Sun Devils.
Yeah, Jillian Neal's going to come into the game to serve this last one. Trying to get this point out. Another ace for Neal would be exactly what the Sun Devils want. They're not going to get it. Shelton's going to put it up. Over to Wilson again. Schroll with the dig. Up to Sear. Blocked. Amazing dig by Schroll. Up to Abello. Gets it off the hands. Keeps it alive. Shear does. And Abello's going to get the dig now. Over to Sear.
Sear brings it down. Wilson taps it over, and that one's going to be a point for the Sun Devils, 25-16. That'll end set number 2 as it brings the crowd to their feet. What a phenomenal few moments of volleyball right there. It's moments like this that you just love to see here in Desert Financial Arena as the UCF Knights trail Arizona State 2-0.
Yeah, they do. That was a fantastic defensive effort there by both teams. Shear getting a couple digs, Schroll getting a couple digs, Abello trying to work on it, and just a ball handling error, which is unfortunate to see on either end, and that ends the set there, and a lot of work for the Knights here.
You mean you got to give a lot of credit right there to several different players, but I want to just really touch on Argentina Ung. She got her first couple of kills in that last set, and she had a few things to say about her senior status here at Arizona State University.
Yeah.
She said being a Sun Devil means being a part of a community and being a part of a big family. We could be in another state, and you find a person that's like, go Devils. The Tempe community is really tight. Wherever we go, we get recognized. That's something awesome. That's something I hope you can get out of any sport, any team, but especially for the Arizona State volleyball team, who has had a historic season that we've touched on, looking to go completely undefeated at home here if they can finish out this win over the Knights. But again, going back to Ung, she's had a good career here for the Sun Devils. Again, she transferred in the offseason from Washington State, was named to the Big 12 preseason team, an AVCA All-American, honorable mention, Pac-12 honorable mention in 2023. She had 2,513 assists in Wazoo, 19 career double-doubles, 31 matches with 40-plus assists, and she's ranked 32nd in the nation in assists per sets. I'm a big numbers guy. Right there, the numbers stand out to me for Argentina Ung, and she's having a good time here. Any other just notable stats that you wanted to touch on before we get into set number 3 here?
I mean, we can talk about stats all day. Argentina Ung has also played for the U19's Mexican national team, and I believe she has a couple caps now for the first team in the national team. She played in a couple of tournaments for them, and she has a great future in volleyball as well. She didn't get drafted to the PVF. Everybody is thinking she wants to go play in Mexico, and she definitely could if she wanted to. As the crowd goes crazy, serve on a pizza box, get some pizza. That's Desert Financial Arena for you. But back to Argentina Ung, who's been amazing. Mary Schroll as well. It's hard to find numbers for a libero. There's not a lot of eye-popping stats. It's just digs, and it's court presence. And that's one thing she has, and that's why she got drafted to the Las Vegas Aces in the second round of the Pro Volleyball Federation 2024 draft. Is their second season as a league, and she's going to be joining them hopefully in the spring.
Another player who might potentially make that list is grad student Claire Jeter. I mean, you just have a player who's, you know, obviously from Missouri City, played at Texas A&M. I mean, currently got the 9th highest hitting percentage among all D1 hitters, tied for 5th most in ASU history for block assists with 305. Led the team in 2022 with 130. Told the reporters that, you know, I'm loving how many people we have watching us now. We're trying to make a difference here for ASU volleyball, and we're going to build on that. And I'd say by the status of Desert Financial Arena today, band is playing as we speak. People are still taking their seats, filling in. You know, the football team left a big hole when they exited the arena. That entire section has already been refilled with students, with visitors. It's awesome to see as the team comes back out. And as they come back out, they're greeted with a massive applause. So just going back to what Jeter said there, they have really built something here at Arizona State University, and that is something just that you hope to have in any sport. I know as a high school athlete myself, we had a very strong cross-country program, and as a cross-country athlete, it meant a lot to have the course lined with parents, lined with familiar faces that you know and love, and it's especially on senior day here when you've got family, when you've got friends, knowing it's potentially, you know, one of your final few matches here as in a Sun Devil jersey, but also, you know, potentially with some big stakes on the line the next few weeks. This is the last game you really get to just take it all in, and I hope that these players really do that. As far as UCF goes, they still have time. They still have a shot to make this. This game is not over, even though they are down 2-0 right now. We'll see what they can do as we approach the final few seconds of the break. Any final thoughts here as we get ready to roll?
I mean, yeah, it's just been an amazing season for everybody. Claire Jeter, with her trek and the 9th best hitting percentage, has a chance to break the school record in hitting percentage this season. She needs to have probably a couple more kills today to solidify it, but hitting that 435 on the season is something that you don't really expect to see. And before we got into Big 12 conference play, 8 games, the first 8 games of the season, she did not have an error, which is something that I have never heard of in my time playing, watching volleyball. It's not having an error through one game is impressive, much less the first 8 games of a season. And she's carried that through her season so far, very limited in errors. Still one of the fewest errors in the country by high percentage hitters, and it's been amazing to see how this team has performed over the course of the season, exceeded even the high expectations that were set as we get started in the 3rd set with Bryn Cavell.
Brinkabell's serve goes up and over. This one intended there for Wilson. Or excuse me, Carlson there.
Yeah, it goes down off the block. Colgate couldn't get enough on it, and the Knights will start off with the lead here as Shear goes back to serve.
Carlson just snatched her third kill of the afternoon here.
And another missed serve there for the Knights. They cleaned it up a bit at the end of the second set, but starting off with an error is not what you want to do if you're the Knights here trying to gain some momentum and get back into this game.
It's the little things. I feel like you can say that about any sport, but especially with volleyball being so technical. Is one thing that I've really learned as the set. Cromartie gets it up and over now for the kill, and she'll do it, tying this game up. Now it's going to go 2-1 for the Sun Devils over the Knights. Cromartie, she had a good set. Right back to her for the kill.
Yeah. Great job there from the Sun Devils. Cromartie knew where to put it. That line was wide open, and she did a great job there. Sears going to put this one into the net. And another error there for the Sun Devils on the serving line. Very clean in the second set from the serve. Is now 4 aces and 5 errors. So back under the point where you want to be in terms of serving.
Yeah, her first error of the afternoon here as Shelton takes over for the UCF Knights serve. This one intended for Cromartie, and she'll bring it down. Good dig there for the 21 of Shelton on UCF. Credit the point to the Sun Devils. That's going to be 3-2 over the Knights.
Yeah, that was an amazing swing. I'm not sure how they got that up. It looked like, I believe Armour just got her hand there, maybe Shelton, and just kept it alive and couldn't quite get it back at the 900 square feet on the other side of the net.
Yeah, seeing that replay, it ended up being Shelton. Wow, that was a really good dive as we are back with the ball in possession. A slight free ball over. Set one, another one intended for Cromartie. They are blocked this time by Armour.
Yeah, and that was a great block by there. Schroll tried to reach it, couldn't quite get to it. Left it for Sear, who couldn't get there either. Argentina Ung on the swing before, wasn't hiding anything, overpass. Almost got the kill there, and Wilson just barely got there. Wilson back to serve now, and that one's out again.
Yeah, again, we're just seeing little errors. That's her, I believe, her 5th error of the, I mean, you're leading 10 kills, you're standing out for your team, but you've also got 5 errors. It's a double-edged sword we're seeing right now, and again, we're seeing 10 attacking errors for UCF to 6 for the Sun Devils. They've only got 19 digs to ASU's 27. They're averaging 4 blocks to, ASU's 1. It's not looking good right now. The score is 5-3. There's still plenty of time here as the Sun Devils take over. It's going to be Argentina Ung with the serve.
Yeah, Jeter added to that block total just a moment ago, blocking Cool and it going right back and getting off of her. And Sear there with the dig off of Cool. Going back to Cool once again. That one goes in.
Cool.
Just no way to get to that.
With so much power, you can see whenever she winds up that right arm, she brings it down. Could not get a stop by the Sun Devils. Closing up this game bound. It's a 5-4 showdown here in Desert Financial Arena in set number 3.
And Cool puts this one out. 9th missed serve of the game. And that's just brutal if you're the Knights. Having some of this momentum, getting it back, and then just missing a serve, it ruins all the momentum you have because you give a free point to the other team, and that's what they've done now 10 times, as the Sun Devils, and Jillian Neal will put this one over the net. And almost with the ace, Ung puts it up to Schroll, who brings it outside to Sear, who gets it off the block, but dug for Wilson now. And Ung cannot quite get onto it. They touched that like 6 times, which you're not allowed to do. It's only max of 3 touches, and the point will go to the Knights. A bit of chaos there, and that time the chaos benefited UCF.
Closing in again, 6-5. Sun Devils up over the Knights as the serve's in the hands of Abby Shomers.
Shomers trying to put this one in, and doesn't. That's now 3 straight missed serves for UCF, and you can't get back into a game when you're missing serves. So Jeter will try to make this one in, stretch out the lead. It looked like Shear was just in awe of how many missed serves. They've had 11 this game. That one goes over, and Sear puts it down.
8-5, Sun Devils over the Knights. That one's going to bring the arena back to life here as the Knights, they had put together a couple of good runs. Jeter with the serve again. We'll see if the Sun Devils can silence the UCF Knights and stop their roll, but Wilson puts the hammer down, and the Sun Devils are not going to be able to respond. Give that one to the Knights, 8-6.
Yeah, Jeter, not usually in the back row, only in the back row when she serves. Got a hand on that one. Abello couldn't quite get enough to get that one back over, and UCF will take advantage, try to get some momentum back if they can make this serve.
Now it's Renee Rawls with the serve here. This one again out of bounds. UCF, if anything, you have to look at every match, every set as a learning experience, and you've got to imagine that head coach Jenny Marr is just thinking, man, we have got to clean up our serve game.
I'm in disbelief. I don't think I've ever seen a team miss 4 serves in a row, especially when it's this close of a match. And Covell's going to be back to serve now.
And that said, it is still a close match despite all the errors. Wow. Good block game right there for the Devils. Sear tries to put down the hammer. Cromartie's going to go after it, and that one is going to go way, way out of bounds for the Devils. Sun Devils up 9. Knights close it down to 7. So it's a 2-point game here with the third set at stake. If you are the UCF Knights, you have to put up a stop right here, or else your afternoon is over. Serve in the hands of Shear.
Yeah, Shear's who you want serving in this situation. Try to just even it out, and got the serve in, but not good enough, and Kolji's going to put that one down, and it looked like a short slide, maybe call it a back one, and doesn't matter either way, it goes down for the kill, and Sear will keep it going for the Sun Devils.
Sear with her 10th kill this afternoon puts her up with 252 kills. Not going to add one this one. This one intended for Cromartie, blocked right there.
Yeah,
10-8.
That was a tough set. It kind of went right into the double block. Not much you could do if you're Ung. Just try to put it up, give a chance. And that wall of block over there is hard to get around. Cromartie couldn't take advantage. Shelton will be back to serve now for UCF. Schroll puts it up. Cromartie with another slide. Shear gets that one up, though, and Cromartie's going to take a swing now.
And she'll make it work right there. Cromartie with her 8th kill of the afternoon puts the Sun Devils up 11-8 over UCF here in Desert Financial Arena. Again, if you're joining us listening in on Blaze Radio YouTube, want to thank you again for tuning in as Mary Schroll is going to give us a serve here.
Yeah, one's up and in, and Cool plays it cool, puts it down. And nothing Bryn Cavell can do there with that powerful arm on number 15.
Kill number 5 for player number 15. Cool, coming out of St. John's, Florida. I mean, she recently had a season-high 20 points against Utah, instrumental in that game. If they can find the hope there is,
there's Wilson with the ace. Putting some life. First ace there, right?
That was just about to say that is exactly what UCF needed to make this a 1-point match. Wilson has the ball, 11 for the Sun Devils, 10 for the Knights. We'll see if they can tie this game here.
Yeah, Sear puts this one up to Jeter, who gets stuffed by Cool. And we're all tied at 11 once again here.
This is where UCF has consistently come in. 3 sets we've seen, 3 sets. They tie the game between 8 and 12 points. Wilson again with the serve. Can ASU put up a stop?
Schroll's going to put that one high. Cavell's going to take a chance here setting.
Cool
just takes it and throws it down. That looked like a dunk almost, which as long as your hand's in front of you, it's legal. And that was just absolutely crushing if you're the Sun Devils, trying to get some momentum back. Wilson here for the serve.
First time since the early portion of this set that the UCF Knights have led, and they are making the most of it. Another block will put the Knights up 13-11 over the Sun Devils. No timeouts have been called in the third set yet. Wilson steps back up to serving line.
Yeah, this is something if you're ASU, you're definitely a smaller team trying to take advantage. Oh, and Jeter does there, using her speed, just absolutely throwing it down. But as I was saying, ASU is not a tall team. Their outside hitters are both on the shorter side. They've made it work all season, no problem. But when you're facing a taller team like UCF is, there are some issues with the block. And Kuhl's going to throw that one down. Schroll with a fantastic dig there. And Shear's going to put it outside to Armour, who touches the net after the swing. And that point will go to the Devils. Cannot touch the net.
We're going to tie this game back up at 13 in the third set here. Sun Devils with a chance to end their season here at DFA undefeated in the regular season as the serve goes up and over off of Ung.
Yeah, going to the back row to Wilson, who lays it just on the line there. Gets the kill.
Wilson has really found her groove now. 12 kills this afternoon for the current. And she wasn't even leading kills for the Knights this season. She was third on the team. She's passed Alexia Kuhl, who still had a phenomenal day, but Kuhl has only got half the kills as Wilson does. Oh, and another struggle to find the net there for the Devils. The Knights 15 over 13 Sun Devils. We're going to get the first timeout of the third set.
Yeah, Knights taking advantage of maybe some complacency on the Sun Devil side. You're up 2 sets at senior day. Try to have some fun, but I mean, that block has been instrumental for the Knights. I don't know if I've said that before, but just absolutely denying anything that ASU has been throwing at them. 10 blocks in this game, 7 just in this set alone, and that just shows where the momentum is when almost half of your points are on blocks.
That Kuhl-Wilson duo has been absolutely lethal here in set number 3. And if you're ASU and you're trying just to go about this as a fun senior day, you have to shut that mindset out now. You have a chance to end this game right here. But if you're UCF, you want to take advantage of this. You want to get inside of those heads. You want to really put the pressure on now. But if you don't, this game falls away from you. They have the momentum going in here into the final half. They have a shot. They have a shot, and that's all that these players, all these teams need in order to take this away. But if it was you and you were in this position, let's say your high school team is in this position,
yeah.
What does the coach say? What are you hearing from the head coach right now, JJ Van Niel?
I mean, it's tough because you want to say swing away, right? You want to keep the attacks going. You want to keep them strong. But, I mean, you got to get a roll every once in a while. You can try to get them to the corners, just keep them out of system, and try to get some momentum back. Maybe get a block of your own. But with only 2 blocks in this game, I think the biggest thing you can tell them is to just be persistent. Try to find those corners. Maybe get one in the middle where nobody's going to go for it or everybody's going to try to go for it. It's just going to be out of system is the biggest thing. Just try to get the momentum back any way you can.
Kuhl with the serve to Schroll. Set up. Going to Cromartie, and she brings it down. 14-point on the board for the Sun Devil. They trail the Knights by 1.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need to do. Cromartie right there to the outside. Trust your powerful hitter. Gets it done towards the back. Not trying to anything fancy, just swing it down. Jillian Neal originally wants to serve from the right, now moves over to the left. Probably going after Wilson, it looks like. Serve goes up right to Wilson. Going outside to... Oh, back row to Wilson there. Ung's going to put it up to the outside. Sears going to swing, try to put it down. Wilson with the dig. Back to her once again. Feed the hot hand. This time it goes out off the net. Just trying to get a little bit too low there. And works out in the Sun Devils' favor, who have tied this up at 15.
Well, looking now at Wilson, you can see she kind of got a little flustered there after having the ball sent to her 3 times in a row. That's what you got to do. You got to target Wilson. It goes right now. This time it goes to the 21 of Shelton. Really wide. The Sun Devils have taken the lead back in this volleyball game, 16-15 here in set number 3.
Yeah, it was a great serve. Right to the outside, going all the way across the court. Shelton's got to put her arms up, gets there late, flies backwards. Easy ace there for Neal, who's going to try something different this time. Goes, wow, she put it a little long there. That one goes out. So
a little bit of a fist pump from Coach Jenny Marr of the UCF Knights. You could tell she was a little bit frustrated those last 2 plays, but she looks calm. She looks cool and collected. Same could be said about head coach J.J. Van Niel as the serve from Schomers goes over, set, to Jeter, and it's over for the Devils, 17-16.
Yeah, the Jeter special, wind back to swing hard and just tap it right in the middle. That's what she does. That's why her hitting percentage is so high. She knows what's open on the court, and that time everybody was playing deep, expecting a hard hit, which you can get from Jeter, and she just finds the opening. And now we've got Bella Faria to serve for the Sun Devils. Going up and out to Armour. No, excuse me, Carlson. Carlson once again blocked a second time in a row. Who is it? It's Abello.
Abello having a career night, up to her 7th kill this afternoon. Trails only Jelly Sear and Shania Cromartie.
Yeah, Farai's going to serve again. This time over to Armour. And the set's going to be miscommunication there on the set. Cohen can't get to it, going for a little bit more on the outside than was expected. And Knights are going to take a timeout here as Sun Devils have taken a 3-point lead.
Yeah, they're up 19-16 here, third set on the board. A shot to close out the game here on UCF. UCF looking to throw their hat in the comeback mix. Really want to touch on Bella Faria. She had, 4 digs, 4 aces, played against Cincinnati. Yeah. She's got some play time this season, 5'9" freshman from Springfield, Missouri. But they've utilized her a lot in the serving game. And you touched on J.J. Van Niel really being aggressive, and it seems to have paid off thus far.
Yeah, it has. 5 aces is pretty good throughout the 3 sets, and 6 missed serves is troublesome, but that's how they've been all season. Try to get serves, and aces are obviously the big number, but just keeping out of system, making the setter move and making them set maybe where they don't want to. And that's exactly what we've seen in the 3rd set, especially trying to force the back row. Wilson has done a good job of adjusting from the back row, but that heavy workload can wear down on a hitter like that, and we've seen that in the past 5 plays where trying to mix it up and Sun Devils are getting the momentum back. But this aggressive serve has been working out for J.J. Van Niel this season, but especially this game.
When you look on the other side of that coin, Wilson, the only serving ace for UCF, they have to clean this up. They haven't had as many errors this most recent round in the 3rd set. But again, the first 12 points before they were able to tie this game up, they were struggling as Faria steps back up to the serving line here as we get ready to bring what could potentially be the final stretch of this volleyball game to you on Blaze Radio and on YouTube. Once again, thank you for listening. Serve is going over.
Yeah, another out of system there. Really just having to run all the way out gives a free chance for Abello to put it down. That's exactly what you want in a rotation there. Serve goes haywire. Free ball. Argentina, who do you trust? It's Abello.
7th kill of the afternoon for Abello. She is having a phenomenal night here in front of her family. Got to imagine that's a good feeling.
Oh, yeah. Senior day is always exciting, and this one's going to go off the hands of Sear. Kill for the middle, Sasha Cohen on the right side.
20 for the Sun Devils, 17 for the Knights. They're not out of this thing yet. 3 points the difference. And they're going to take over serving as it's going to go to number 18, Renee Rouse. She has yet to find an ace this season. Does that change right now? The answer is no.
Oh, and Sear going in the back row. Wow, they're having some fun here on senior day, mixing it up, getting the outside Jelly Sear to go around behind the setter. That's something you don't see a lot at the high level, and just being able to see that work and work to perfection is really cool here for the Sun Devils. Abello is back to serve.
It's going to go set to the number 3 of Cohen. Not quite able to get over the block by the Sun Devils. 22-17. Looking up on that on the replay, it was just a strong, strong block.
Yeah, Cole G doing some great middle work there, putting it down, getting the block, and 3 points away from a 3-set sweep here are the Sun Devils. Going back to the right side, Carlton, Sear puts that one down. Carlson can't get around the outside, and Jelly Sear also having a fantastic day.
23-17, 2 points is all the Sun Devils need here to close out the season. The crowd is on their feet. Abello has the ball, and man, how fitting would it be if she could close out the game that she started in for the first time this season. It's up and over, this time for Wilson.
Yeah, off the hands. Kolji going for another block there. Schroll expecting the hard hit that you get from Wilson and just not being able to get up into that circle area, the campfire, the donut, whatever you wish to call it. And Shear's going to try to bring a little bit of momentum back from the Knights, who need 5 points to close the gap.
23-18. Here we go. Ball is going to go up and over the net this time. This one intended for Sear.
Outside to Wilson. Rolls it up. Great dig by Cromartie, and a miscommunication. Zateka looked like she was going for it. Schroll was going to let her. And it falls down in the middle. Not many miscommunications you see from this J.J. Van Niel team, but this one they might be able to afford with a 4-point lead.
Shear's going to go back up to the line. Leads the team in aces again. They have yet to find her groove this game. Set for Sear. Stopped now to Wilson.
Schroll keeping it up. Oh, and putting it over. Great effort there by Schroll to keep it going. And it's going to go off the tip of Cole Jeet's hands, and he can't quite get the point. But that was just Schroll showing off a little bit. Gets the dig, and just being able to put it back over. It was going right at her. Getting that angle is fantastic work.
23-20. Now it's a 3-point game. Shear's got possession. This time she'll send it to Cromartie. Set. That one goes to, oh man, it's going to go back over for the UCF Knights.
Oh, up and out. I thought I heard something. It looked like it was just the hand. Goes out, and it's match point Sun Devils for Jelly Sear. Who else? 11 kills in this game, hitting almost 500.
DFA is on their feet. Jelly Sear with the serve.
It goes out to Wilson. Dug by Schroll. Argentina Ung pushing Koljeet out of the way. Cromartie with the swing. Dug by Shear. Going out to Wilson again. Dug by Schroll. Over the net. One more time. Cool. Schroll again.
Schroll with 3 consecutive digs.
Oh, they're going to call Koljeet in the net.
Oh.
What a great performance there by Schroll. They keep swinging at her, and she keeps saying, not today.
You can feel the pressure has ramped up here in DFA. 24 points for the Sun Devils, 21 for the Knights. Serve is going over, and it is out. And what a way to end this volleyball game, in a game marred by serving errors for the UCF Knights. A shot to close in, and it's going to be a serving error that does them in ultimately. Arizona State has gone undefeated at home. They move now to 29-2 this season, up their winning percentage, and congratulations to the Big 12 Conference champions.
Yeah, what a way to end it out. A nice sweep for the Sun Devils. The Golden Knights kept it close all 3 sets, but ultimately serving was their doom. 13 service errors, only 1 service ace for the Knights. And I mean, the Sun Devils with a very strong team full of graduates. You're going to hear the bell ring 29 times. But it was those graduates that really showed why the Sun Devils are ranked number 8 and why they deserve to play in the tournament. Well, they've already clinched a bid by winning the Big 12, but why they deserve to go far and host the first round, maybe 2. Jelly Sear, 11 kills, only 1 error on 22 attempts, along with 2 serving aces, that one huge block, and 9 digs.
And real quickly, obviously, we have to shout out UCF's Wilson.
Yes.
Emily Wilson with 14 kills on the afternoon. However, it's those 6 errors that stand out like a black eye. She had a phenomenal day, but just not quite able to get everything that they wanted. It is an emotional afternoon. You can see it down there. UCF is all hugs for the team. They know that their season has come to an end against the Arizona State Sun Devils. Jenny Marr ends her 7th season with the UCF Knights. And that'll do it here from Desert Financial Arena. Any final thoughts, any predictions for the Sun Devils as they get ready for their postseason bid? Who do you think they'll play?
I mean, it's impossible to tell, honestly. They will likely be a 2 seed, though, so getting to play the first round completely at home, the second round, I believe, completely at home. So just being able to do that as they watch their 29 victories over the course of the year, I mean, it's going to be special for the Big 12 champions. And UCF, it was a rough season, but there's still hope. It's a very young team, returning 4 starters, barring any transfers, but a very young team, a very young core for the Knights. Will be back strong next year. And the Sun Devils, I mean, graduating, losing 7 is tough. They have a lot of freshmen, a lot of young players are going to have to step up, like Bryn Cavell, who played a lot this year. And just a fantastic season for the Sun Devils. Number 8, winning the Big 12, only 2 losses, 29 wins. They are 1 weekend away from tying their all-time win total, like you mentioned at the start of the broadcast. And I mean, it's just a special season for the entire team. J.J. Van Niel in his 2nd year as a head coach, showing why he deserves that role and showing that Arizona State is going to continue to dominate, continue to perform, and yeah, just a special season.
Yeah, Arizona State looking to tie that 1982 season. 31 wins was the final 2 losses. So the Sun Devils need just 2 more wins here as the crowd goes alive. The Big 12 championship hats are on. And I feel like that's a fitting way to close our broadcast here today from Desert Financial Arena. Again, all of you tuned in on YouTube, on Blaze Radio, thank you so much for listening. It has been an absolute pleasure getting to bring you today's volleyball game. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, good luck to the Sun Devils. Their tournament draw will be on Sunday, and keep a lookout for that. Their season is far from over. Barring any crazy upsets, they will be playing at least 2 more games, looking more like 3 or 4. Definitely an outside pick to maybe compete for that national title. Nebraska is very good. Pitt is very good. Louisville is very good. It'll be an uphill battle to reach the title game and win. But just a fantastic season for first-time conference champions and first Big 12 championship for Arizona State University as a whole. Amazing season, amazing work to all of these students, these athletes. And I had a pleasure broadcasting this game with you. And it's been an honor. So that's it for us.
For Blaze Radio, I'm Noah Reedside alongside Alan Deutschendorf. Thanks again for listening. We will see you all soon on Blaze Radio or on YouTube. Thanks for listening in.